talked about the engine of consciousness, it works with it. It's your intuition that something inside you might need attention. Way before there's pain, way before there's the headache, way before there's any sign at all, you get an intuitive thought that perhaps you ought to take a look at something. And when you do, you're right. Now there is an intuition that has to do with your health, the chemistry inside. It's almost like you were a medical intuitive yourself and could see something that might be happening that you need to know about. That may be life-saving as well. This is the engine that is so important. I've waited till this last week to give you what I think is the most important engine of all. Yes, bigger than consciousness. Yes, bigger than love. Yes. There are so many assets of this intuition. Assets, pieces, parts, attributes of one engine that helps you along a path of awakening. Dear ones, listen to this. What if you're starting to have an intuitive thought that everything is bigger than you were ever told? What if you were having an intuitive thought that everything that you thought you knew about that which is the creative source, about God, you could wipe away because it is so much grander than anything you were told? What if you're receiving an intuition that there are things you should know? I have just described the intuition of awakening. Beautiful. There are so many listening to this right now that are starting to have that. There are some listening to this right now that are saying, oh my, that's why I'm listening to this at all. I would never have listened to anything like this. But now I realize I am starting to get intuitive ideas that there's something bigger I should know. And what you ought to know all about is the love of the Creator who put you here. The love that has you as part of the creative source. You are part of God. There is something far, far larger that engine of intuition wants to show you. There are some who are having intuition about the future. How is that possible? We talked to you about consciousness and some of the attributes of the energy of putting something in front of you, perhaps, paving the road with good energy so when you got there, it would be smoother. It's like that. It's like that. How many of you have had what you might call déjà vu experiences? That is intuition of the future. When you get there, you go, oh my, I've experienced this. What really has happened is, oh my, I had an intuition about this moment. And then the moment happens, and you go, wow, what is that all about? What if you could plan it? You heard it right. What if that engine of intuition could be so special that it could give you a hint on what the potentials might be ahead of you? I have given this example so many times. The snowball starts to roll down the hill, and that's you. And as you're rolling down the hill, you're not really realizing you're a snowball or that you're rolling down a hill. But if you were, couldn't you predict your track? It's going to take you right there in front of you. Most of you can't. But what if you could? Because you're rolling down a hill and now you know it, and you'd say, I should step to the left or to the right. Is that fortune telling or is that common sense? Dear one, that is intuition.